What's up, guys, and welcome back. You're tuned into the Tahyira show on YouTube. What's up, everybody, and welcome back. I made it. This is talk number 10. It's funny that I started revlogging, you hear me? Revamping my YouTube to be, we're still here and I don't care. I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm sticking to my content upload plan and doing my research. So talk number 10 is going to be the first segment into a 3-series part thing on my YouTube where we're going to talk about relationships, right? I've been talking about it. I have it in talk number 7 around the holidays, I believe, or so, something like that. But I talked about like love below, going below the surface, male and female energies. That was like my intro to you guys. Like, I know a lot about relationships. So yeah, that's what this talk is about. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm gonna start saying that a little bit in the beginning now too. I never wanted to be those YouTube vloggers that's like, pause, subscribe to my thing and blah. Right, so talk number 10. 10 reasons, I thought we would stick with the term 10. 10 reasons why you're not falling in love. I feel like it was a good place to start on. Let me throw 10 things out to you guys that are not in love, never found a relationship, been single for years. I have friends that have been single for years. It's kind of like depressing watching their social media posts sometimes, you know. It's just like, always a bridesmaid, never a bride. Like, it's just, and we're in our 30s now, so it's like, girl, get it together, girl. Like, yeah, like that 30-year-old that says like, oh, I'm going to go back to school and get my master's. Or the ones that have the master's, I'm going to go back and get my PhD. By the time we get to our 30s, we are becoming more adult-like, you know? It's harder to start something new. It's harder to stick to what we said that we were going to do, you know? And when we're younger, it's like, yeah, I said I'm going to do it. You know, that's what Gen Z has over us. It's like they're doing more than us because it is what it is, you know? So forget about love. Like, that's just in regular life, like jobs. Some people just stay in their career, they go and look for a new job or meet new people. I'm just like, and you're 30, you're 35, and that's how you feel? Wow. But it's a reality, you know? I talked around, I asked around, I threw out a polls out here, and I got feedback. So this is where we are. You cannot give up on yourself, though. You cannot give up on yourself because that means you have lost hope. And, you know, hope is so important when it comes to the topic of love. You know, hope is what got me from my ex-boyfriend from college to Frankie. Just hoping that someone better was there for me. Hoping and wishing and praying to God, like, I know that I'm lit. It has to be someone who matches my litness. Like, you know? That was me anyway. That's what I was asking. Just have a key. Like, it's what I would say, something stupid. You build intimacy with somebody. You know, you have your inside jokes and stuff like that. Like, I've always wanted something like that. To be in a room full of people and me and my lover have, like, all these inside jokes that, even though some of my closest friends don't know what we're talking about, I have that. I achieved that with my husband. So, you know, I feel lucky in that kind of way. I got what I asked for. I got what I hoped for. So that's what I'm telling you guys. Believe in that it's gonna come. You know, some people are already like, it's scary out here where I hear people say, you know, you're giving up, like, no, well, I don't, and it's like they get upset and they're like frustrated, and it's sad. Or you don't get frustrated, you just like think that love is not something in the cards for you, as if it's like how some black people think, like, I'll never be rich, I'll never find love. Like, don't say never. You never know what's coming. Number 9, your look is not presentable. So this goes for guys and girls. Like, I know girls are gonna look at it as like, yeah, these niggas get their life in order. But I want to start with the girls first, because when I say presentable, meaning we're talking about for love, right? We're not talking about a job interview. We're not talking about vlogs. We're not talking about you promoting your mixtape coming out or whatever. We're talking about you being in a relationship with someone. You don't. It removes all of those things that you feel like you need for other people to kind of like you, right? If this vlog was to my lover, to Frankie, you think I would have on wigs and makeup and all this stuff? No, he knows exactly how I look in the ratcheted form of myself, which is still kind of cute when I really think about it because I have natural hair. But you know what I'm trying to say, right? So it comes to women. We live in a society where filters and all this other bullshit makes us feel like, oh no, I look better than my natural self. That's not presentable. You can't get to a guy by sending him selfies of a filtered Snapchat version of yourself. Or if that's all he sees and the only time you feel confident and comfortable, then you're not presenting who you really are. You know, yes, it counts for clothes and fashion and having, you know, nobody wants to date a fuddy-duddy. You know, nobody wants to date someone that no one else wants to date. Like, that's just common sense, right? It's like, why would you be attracted? Why are you not attracted to somebody? Because you perceive them to be a loser, probably. You know, I know that is what for me. It's like, I would fuck with you, but you're a loser. So I can't. I don't accept losers in my administration. No, I'm joking. But you get what I'm trying to say, right? You gotta match some kind of spark or something. So that goes for the guys, you know? I know a lot of guys, you think, oh, I got money and that's... No, it's like, yeah, money could be something, but at the end of the day, really, let's be real, none of us have money. We're all out here. Either you're a scammer or you're trying to come up in some kind of way. You know, we're all in the same playing field. We're all in the same field at the end of the day. So it's like, be presentable. And it goes with you guys too. Don't send pictures of your eggplants and all kind of stuff, because it's, if you're looking for love, it's everything else, not that. If you're looking for sex, that's different. You're looking to hook up, that's super different. Then yeah, Snapchat and eggplant away. You know what I mean? But if you're looking for love, the real one that gets you to marriage, that gets you to the Barack and Michelle's and the, who else? Kim and Kanye's. I know you guys will have something to say about that, but they have found each other's match. Number 8, you're a meanie when you like somebody. So a lot of us, you know, it's kind of like, for me anyway, right? It's like in high school, I never understood that. I never understood the whole, well, he's mean to you because he likes you. It's like, because I'm such a realist and a straight up person, I go up and tell people that may have not even liked me. Like, since I was small, I remember going up to like the popular guy in school, like, for example, who already had a girlfriend sometimes or whatever. I just wanted to see if he liked me. And of course, most of the time they'd be like, oh, well, you're cute or whatever, but I have a girlfriend, or, you know what I mean? But I would be mad forward, like, excuse me, like, I like you. Do you like me? Like, clearly I have problems. Don't be like Tahyira in that kind of way. You don't have to be forward. Everybody can't, obviously, right? Everybody can't even be forward. But to be the extreme, like, you don't have to turn into this mean person, because I feel like, for whatever reason, we've understand someone being fierce to us as likability. Or like, well, you don't like me, or you kind of like me, but I don't know, I'm gonna be shady to you because it's easier to be kind of shady but nice than to just show you how I really feel. Like, oh, let me open the door for you. I'm gonna stay back for you. I'm gonna wait for you. I bought this for you. Oh, you're hungry? I ordered this Uber Eats for you. You know? It's like we feel like we can't just be that person anymore. Like how we are with our friends, for example. It's like, because I really care about you. And yes, it's putting yourself out there, right? Because you don't know what's gonna happen, how it's gonna be reciprocated. But it's also you being real and you being open. Goes back to my point number 1. You have hope. Hopeful that the person would see what you're trying to create for them, the relationship, like basically like this is how it would be if you were with me. Now, I'm not saying that I know there's a lot of women that don't have no title with this guy and they're like doing hella shit more than their baby mother's doing. We're not talking about that. We're talking about there's no strings attached, there's no nothing, and you feel like like you're held back because of whatever. Maybe because it'd be something that your friends told you, or something you saw on a TV show, or something on Instagram that's not real. You know? It's like, just be open. You don't have to be a meanie because you like somebody. I feel like this relates to guys maybe more than girls, because guys always have that, like, I'm gonna pull her here because I don't know how to say I like her. Different than my husband, like, I again, me being lapse-minded, wasn't thinking about relationships or anything like that. Number 7, you're not available. So, the thing is about attraction. When I first started dating Frankie, when I first started dating, most of the relationships I get into, they stem off some type of friendship. Either my friend, my homegirl hooks me up, or me and the guy have a friendship base that we're always in the same clique. It's like we hang out with the same people, we go to the same parties, we smoke in the same circle, in the same ciphers, like whatever it is. Frankie and me happen to be the cipher one. We smoke in the same cipher, you know? So it's kind of like physical. Obviously, you can't be you have to be available, right? You're gonna be cheating. I'm not promoting cheating on anybody else, but things that do happen, right? It's like you're not in a relationship with somebody, or everyone's in a situationship. Everybody's talking. There's nobody real, and you come around, right? I come around, or the next guy comes around, and they now fill the space of the other people you were talking to, and it makes you not want to talk to the other people. You want to pay attention to this one person, right? In that moment, you have to show the person that you're actually attracted to, that person that you want to kind of see what's going to be, see if you can enter a relationship. You have to show them availability. Because number 1, they already know that they came into this as you, not with nothing, not as friends, not as anything. You have to make it clear intentions. And the first place of doing that when you're dating someone is your availability. You know, I think I love these stories where I hear people and it's like, yeah, I'm dating this guy, but you know, he wanted to go on a date with me and I didn't have time because I was doing this, that, and the third. And I'm like, so then why are you continuing this friend? What's happening here? Like, you don't have time, you don't want to make time, so then why are you even complaining about this when that's like saying, oh my God, I had a job and I never went and they never paid me. Well, what did you do? Common sense, right? It's like, you gotta be available. A lot of people, that's like a big part of why you're not falling in love, because it's like a lot of people put in time and they're not really available. So it's like you never really gave it a chance. Now you said it didn't work out, and now you're going around telling people, oh, I gave a whole year to this person. I'm like, you didn't really though, because you weren't really available. Number 6. Sorry guys, it's late. I need a refresher. Oh, number 6. Realize the size of your baggage. Everybody has baggage. Either it's stems from childhood, which is one of the names of my podcast episodes. Baggage that you brought to every relationship that you've been in is probably why they didn't work. That's me speaking for myself. I'm like, I have a lot of abandonment issues I never even knew till I started dating the person I'm married. So yeah, walking with baggage. Same like him. He had came from a relationship where he felt betrayed, disloyal. So he was very, very big on me kind of proving that I was going to be loyal. And it was just like a lot of stuff. I can't go into details of me and my relationship too much because then it becomes about me and not about me helping others. But realize the size of your baggage. Be clear. To fall in love in your 30s, everybody knows they're coming with baggage. It's kind of like what gets you close in the beginning days. Like, tell me about your stories. Tell me about what happened to you. Who hurt you? Who loved you? How did you, talk about it, get into it, see if you can get past those baggage conversation. My grandmother used to tell me this. This is an old generation, something that I was raised with that I don't apply to my life right now, because I think it's also important to tell about the stuff that I'm changing in my own life. She would always be like, don't tell your new people about the things that you did with your ex. I mean, obviously you're talking about sex and stuff like that, right? But she was also talking about dramatic things or big life things like abortions, for example, miscarriages, like divorcees. I don't know why she would, but again, my grandmother's from the island, so I don't know. Maybe she didn't mean divorce, but people hide divorces in their past mentality, and I don't honestly believe that. I believe everything you've gone through changes who you are. If you can be open and real with yourself and you love yourself, then you should be able to open and understand another person loving you through everything you've been through. The only way you're going to get there is if somebody knows who you really are. Me and my husband, we were friends first, so before we had the intentions of being together, we were just telling each other all our tea anyways. Like, well, let me tell you what happened here, and I can't believe this nigga tried to play me, and da-da-da-da-da, and this bitch played me, and whatever. That's how we learned each other. So then when it got to the attraction part, it was like, it made it easier because it's like, I already kind of know what he's coming to, and he knew me too. He's like, I'm with her every day. I'm not pressed for no next dude. I don't have to worry about this loyalty. Me, I'm like, he's very much into me. I don't really, So if you can get back past those baggage conversations, I think that's when you're really on track with the right person. Because we all got baggage, different size and weights. Being in love is the opposite of the word selfishness, right? Loving yourself, you're allowed to be selfish. You're allowed to be like, well, I don't care. All these positive, I am mantras. I am great. I am proud. I'm never wrong. In relationships, that mentality ain't gonna cut it, sister. Bros, it's not. A relationship is based off primarily finding common ground with someone else, with others in general, right? So the more people you can find common ground with, people that don't think like you guys can go on my Twitter feed and see the types of arguments I get into. I don't really get into, I call them debates, arguments. I mean, maybe they're arguments, but I try to learn from people, Donald Trump supporters currently, because I'm promoting voting. So I try to see where their head's at to see if I can throw anything to make them make sense. And then we usually go down this crazy Alice in Wonderland rabbit hole. And then I come out on top like a sane person and they're like, hashtag MAGA, CAGA. I'm like, block. Of being in love and being wrong. That's what I found. That's how I realized as a strong-minded woman, black woman, dating someone, I want to be the boss and whatever. I had to feel okay when he would come for me, but he's coming for me because he loves me, and it's like, I tap back into friendship in my mind. But since being his wife, it's like, no, I could be his wife. I could take a hit. I'm not like, you know what I mean? Like, you have to check your ego, essentially, is what I'm trying to say, too. Finding common ground is like an ego check. It's like, well, why do I feel like I'm so right in this conversation? Right? So, find common ground with people. That's number 5. It's an important step. I'm bringing it down. Number 4, be honest about what you want out of love. So this is where you get to be selfish. Going in with somebody when you're first meeting somebody. Me and Frankie maybe stayed here for like 5 years. No, I'm sorry, joking. But maybe 3, because we put the relationship, our business, in the midst of our relationship. So it was always like, well, I'm just your manager. Forget it. I don't want to be your girlfriend. I want to just be your man. Like, I played that game tons of times. I think Frankie was just like waiting for me to just be like, be done and you getting married. But that's guys. He said he already knew when he met me that like he was done looking. Me, I'm like, I don't know if I knew. Still some days I'm like, when we were getting to the honesty point, it was like, obviously he wanted someone to manage his life. He wasn't trying to be this like, I'm out doing all this stuff before. Because he came from a life where he would take care of like mad people, his girl, her kids, mad people on his block or whatever. He wasn't trying to do that. It's like, I'm trying to be taken care of. I was coming from a space of like not having control. So him telling me, oh, you could take care of me, gave me control. I'm like, oh, I can take care of you? So you work with me, you sign to me, you need to report to me. It worked. And then our relationship obviously went past the management, client, friend, girlfriend, boyfriend. Now it's like, all right, life stuff. We live together. Someone has to pay the rent. I'm not going to do everything. What do you think? I'm managing everybody's life. Like, you know what I mean? It went through all of that. Those conversations came about because we constantly stayed honest with what we wanted out of love, you know? Honest meaning he told me exactly how he felt about it. Regardless of how he thinks I feel about it, I told him. We have to find, goes back to point number 5, finding common ground helps you to keep going. But you got to be honest about things that you want. Right now, our relationship went from me being the manager to me being the client. He's helping me with the music, helping me to manage my other stuff on the back end, stuff like that. Because he's kind of paused on his creativity and whatever. And that's just where he wants to be. He's like, whatever, you did it for mad long. I'll roll behind you. Our relationship kind of switched, but not really, because we both knew that this would happen at one point. And it's okay. We can both either drive or ride in the passenger seat. But that's because we established that. Took years. It's still a work in progress every day. Every day we talk about him. He's about to come home now, and I'm like, I need to talk to you. So yeah, be real with what you want. As those things change, be real about the change, and I think you're gonna make it. The main thing to me about relationships, failing, making or breaking, is the amount of input you take from people that's not in your relationship. That goes from mom, dad, best friends, brother, sister, whomever. People in your life, friends, group chats, Instagram, social media, this society, however big or small you want to put the pot, don't look outside. You know that saying that they always say, keep your hands and arms inside the rides at all times. You are on the ride with the person that you're with, the person you're trying to build something with, the person you're working on love with. Other people can't help you. Don't look outside. When me and Vicky were having issues, I literally don't even look outside. Like, I don't even go outside. It's like, I'm not leaving this room until this is fixed. When Jay-Z said in the line, I think it's on their Carter album. But he's like, I ain't going to nobody's nothing. Me and my wife beefing. I don't care if the house on fire. I'm dying, nigga. I ain't leaving. It's like, yeah. It sounds dramatic. He goes on to talk about his kids. Who's going to take care of his kids? If him and Beyonce are out. Jay-Z's the dude. Really trying to be signed to the rock. But no shade though. It resonates with me because I get that. It's like, I'm not going to nobody's nothing until I fix what's going on in my crib. Like, are you dumb? We need to have that aggression. We need to care so much because that just shows you your loyalty, yourself. It shows you accountable to your relationship. Don't look outside. The minute you start to go outside, no matter if it's to get advice, to get a taste of the grass is greener when it's usually not, the grass is always green. The grass is not green on the other side. It's green where you water it. That was Big Sean. That's 2 rap quotes I just dropped for y'all for love. So come on. Really? Y'all should subscribe right here. Number 2. We're almost done. This one is hard though to say. Because it's something I live with every day. You got to be open to heartbreak, right? You got to be open. I know some people, and I went to a lot of marriage experts for this one. Because it's like, once you get married and you have kids and you have your half of your life to lose in finances, in whatever, in energy, in whatever, it's a lot of pressure. I think that is the main reason why our generation, we see more people like having babies, thinking that that's what keep them close to somebody, keeps them in love with somebody, than actually getting married and taking the last name, combining your finances, putting your careers in risk, not really knowing. One of us was living in New York, one of us was living in California. Now we're both here, now we're both trying to go back. Who knows? I wanted to move to New Orleans, then the coronavirus. It's a lot. You got to be open to heartbreak. There's some months it's like every Monday I'm like, maybe we're not gonna make it through this month. It happens. I tap into the whole it's just a page in the chapter, it's not the whole book. Sometimes it's the whole book, it's not the whole series. Like, this is gonna be a series, this is just part 1. But you got to be open to heartbreak. You know, you have to be aware that it is something to lose, or then it takes away the value of love. Hand in hand, you know, it goes hand in hand. It's the hard one though. It's super, super hard. I saw my parents, they're like my love warriors. Like, every time I think about love not being something that can set you free, I think about my mom and my dad, and they are the people in my life that brought me to this world. So I'm not making it up. You know, they've experienced heartbreak that they caused on each other, and but holding on to that love got them to where they're at right now. And like, you know, they're literally living in, I would say, paradise. I got married the same year I was born, 1987. It's like, you're married for 33 years, been through heartbreak, and still found love, you know? But the heartbreak shit, that's why I go to therapy. But it's there, you know? It's there. And I got a lot of people run away from it. You don't get heartbroken when you don't make it out with your baby mother, because our generation already says, like, well, no, we get it. But marriages, it's something that, oh, nah, it's your second marriage. No. Be open to heartbreak. Stop running away from things not working out. Things may not work out. We living in a hard time. Look at Corona. People dying every day. You know? Don't lose out on your life because you're scared to get hurt. That's just being fearful. That's living fearfully. Be fearless. And numero uno. Of course, it's self-love, right? But this is the way I'm saying it. Love yourself strong enough that you have so much to give to others. Now, I'm not just saying to one person, the person you fall in love with. Obviously, that's the person you give your heart, your soul, your body to. But in general, because we're living in a time where nobody's talking about love, and even though people are talking about love, no one's actually showing like their love. And for people like me who are humanitarians and can see further than just the country I live in or the state and the borough and the block that I live on, I can see what's going on around the world, what's been going on around the world. We have to have empathy. We have to have compassion for ourselves and for other people. We have to be able to see someone who's different than us, see them sympathetically, be compassionate, be open, see the other human being's heart, understand that they have bad days, understand that they have good days. They want to celebrate those good days. They want to run away from bad days, just like me, just like you, because we're all human beings at the end of the day. Falling in love puts human beings and the energies that we share, just like I literally say, love is friendship on fire. It's on fire. You know, it's literally on fire. So if you love yourself so much, and that's where I really stand. I always knew I wanted to be in love because like I love myself so much. I was like, you know, but then I never gave up on giving out love. Like, you know, the boyfriend after that is just like, again, like a new opportunity to just give out more love. And now in my relationship, there's days I hate Frankie. He gets me on my last effing nerves, and I can say that. But I can say I hate him is because I love him. You know, it's like you push me so far to the point where it's like, I can't believe I love you so much as a human being. This is crazy, you know? Do it. The world can use a lot more of it. Love is addicting. Love is attractive. It makes us feel good. It makes you feel good. It makes the world look a lot better. Hey guys, it's Tahyira Savannah. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Talk number 10. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can hit the little bell to get notifications. It will come to your email as well. Make sure you guys check me out on Twitter. I tweet all day at @T*. You can find my content on I Let the Good Times Roll on Instagram. And you can follow me on TikTok, Periscope. I'm literally everywhere. You can Google Tahyira on YouTube, and that's it. I really suck at indexing where I'm at, but I'm outside. I also have a podcast I want to let you guys know. Those of you who are suffering from mental health, I did put out a podcast. It is about more like consciously and being Black, West Indian specifically, because I'm talking more about what I know. But I will be adding more interview type style and therapists and things like that. It's called Tahyira Keeps It Too Real. It is a companion to this podcast, to this YouTube, and to my blog that I run. So I have a blog, I have a YouTube channel, and I have a podcast. See you guys next time. Thank you for tuning in, and please be safe and share love.